Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. I can't tell you how late I am in starting these readings today. I almost thought I'm not going to. In my time, it would be like 7:30 at night. Absolutely. I never do readings at this time. But I figured I was ready to do it, and I had a very busy day. I uncluttered a lot of things, and I messed up in a few things as well, but then I fixed those things as well. And when I have days like this, and I don't have many days like this, I usually plan my things ahead. I just kind of went with the flow of the day and cleaned up some areas and then did some paperwork, and I just feel like the day flowed, and I'm going to go to bed feeling like I've accomplished a lot, even though this is primarily my job to come and do this with you guys. So the reason I share these things at the beginning of the videos is because I don't take anything for coincidence. The way my energies flow in a day, I always feel, especially if it's a work day, I take it as an indication of what needs to be done in your life, Pisces. You need to bring clarity to things, and you need to see the beauty in yourself as well. So I'm going to read you what these have to say, because this is the reading we're doing right now. Later on, we're going to do Wish Wisely. And I feel that these, even though these don't seem connected at first sight, or you could say, well, they're not really connected. You know, one is about beauty and clarity. Wish Wisely is more connected to clarity, but it's like when you clear things up, when you keep your vibrations higher, you're better able to wish and make dreams come true, because you're more clear on where you're going, right? So they do seem connected. I guess in a way they can be connected, Pisces. They are connected to each other. I've yet to find any reading that isn't. The cards are not connected to one another. There you go. So we're just gonna read these. Beauty and clarity. So let's start with beauty, Pisces. If only you'd open your eyes and marvel at the beauty that surrounds you. In fact, when was the last time you gazed at your own reflection and told yourself how beautiful you are? Sometimes you feel attractive, yet at other times you feel cursed by the weight of ugly thoughts that you torture yourself with, and sometimes direct towards others too. It's now time to lighten up and smell the roses. And, you know, I said beautiful, let's say handsome, for all the gentlemen in the room, because sometimes I get told, are any of these readings for men? Yes, they absolutely are, but sometimes the language is of a more feminine nature. But replace it to whatever you like. I know that men as well, maybe not torturously so as women do have some of the same things go through their minds, okay? Make a list of all your redeeming features and qualities and learn to love them. As you feel the beauty expand within, it reflects back beautifully at you through the hearts and eyes of others. And I found that as I've grown older. I always compared myself, Pisces, to everybody else, every other girl in the room when I was young, as you tend to do, right? If you don't look like a certain thing, you always have things that you don't like about yourself. And that comparison really put a thumb on me most of my life, making me feel like I just didn't measure up. And you know, you carry that energy and you bring it out into the world. And you know, the best people in my life rarely care about any of that stuff. They care that we laugh together, that they feel good around me and I feel good around them. And in the end, that's really all that really matters. It's the love that you feel. Love really doesn't have a physical aspect to it. It's usually something that's deep within, and it's something that you can bring out in other people. So remember that when you're looking for features that you love and looking to love a certain part of yourself, sometimes there's an invisible part of you that you forget to look at in the mirror. There's that part of you that when you smile, or when you're laughing, or when you're enjoying yourself, that truly shines, that others see, that you may not see when you're looking at yourself somberly through the reflection of the mirror. All right, so we go to clarity, and clarity says you need to take time out to focus on the subject of your inquiry and to declutter that busy mind of yours. You're being urged to bring some order into your life and to make plans. It's the only way to achieve your dreams. It's time to be absolutely crystal clear about what it is you actually desire. You can achieve this by taking time out to decide what your goal is. Plan how you can reach it. Work out a schedule and then focus. The universe cannot respond to a muddled head, so clear your mind of any unnecessary meanderings and allow yourself some clarity of thought. And I feel that's what I did today. I was clearing out some leftover things that needed to be done, that just sit there on hold in your brain, consuming energy because it's just thinking, I got to get this done at one point. I got to do it at one point. And you just roll and roll and roll with it. So I guess this really does come in. When you clear out the clutter, then you can make your wishes and you know exactly what you want. You know exactly what you're looking for. You can tailor things to what you need them to be to you, and you can get very precise in that action. All right, so I'm going to take the wisdom of the oracle. Oh, I went right off the map here. Ooh, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back, Pisces. I hope you're enjoying this format of seeing the cards much closer. I think that sometimes I realize that I buy these beautiful cards that they're so far away from the camera that you're not getting to see everything. Oh, look at this. Tick-tock. Yeah, I do sense an urgency of getting this stuff cleared out and done. So absolutely there is a time clock on. It's not a time limit, but I will put it more forward like there's an opportunity here for you to get things on the right foot, to refocus and direct it so that you can really, really move forward, so that you can pick up speed, so that by the end of this month and the next month, you really can see the progress that you've made. Okay? So, again, you have number 3 here. Good number, good number. If you look at the 3 of Wands, it's a card of launching. And launching is a wonderful thing, right? Right. All right, so you have beauty, clarity, and tick-tock. Tick-tock. We start with the 10 of Pentacles. Look at that. That's a nice card to start with. It's sure better than the 10 of Wands, I'll tell you that much. Eight of Cups. Nine of Wands. And the Hermit. The Moon. The Five of Wands. And the Four of Wands. Okay, Pisces. What I sense in the top row, especially with these, it's like there is abundance to be had if you simply walk away from this stuff. Like, look at this stuff. It's like there's a lot going on in there, okay? See the people, and she's like defending herself and persevering. It feels like getting stuck in some kind of, I don't know, you're guarding yourself from like what's going on out there, and it's almost feeling like you want to give up. And I feel that you're moving away from that up into the mountains, into hermit mode. Hermit mode is going on an inward journey. It has less to do with people outside being around you. It has more to do with you going within and observing things from your perspective. And I think this is great. And I feel it's okay. That's okay. Okay? Yeah, I know I'm saying okay a lot. It's just that I feel that it's the difference between, and this is the illusion with the two cards. You see these cards here? The moon is giving me that I have a light. I'm reflecting light, but that still makes that I have a light. And then there's the other side that's saying, but you don't have your own light. You're reflecting the light of the sun. So it's both statements. There's a statement there that is true. The moon does shine a light. You can see it. You go outside, you look up, and there it is, right? However, if you start picking it apart, the conflict of it, you're going to see that there's two very different opposing factors. People are going to say, well, what does it matter? It's still a light. And some people go, it matters because it's not its own light. So it's not a fraud, it's a fraud. It's not a fraud, it's a fraud. And in that is the illusion. And what's the illusion, Pisces? What's the argument here? Is that sometimes we're on the same side. We should be celebrating differences rather than always pointing them out. We should be looking at them and going, yes, you're different. It doesn't mean that I have to argue with you 24/7, right? This is the big thing that's going in. So abundance and happiness and feeling great sometimes means walking away from that kind of stuff. So in essence, it is clearing it out, right? It's bringing clarity to the situation. It's doing it in a timely manner. Because you need to be concentrating on other things. If you're always talking about the moon, how are you going to get any of your own things done? So, here we go, Pisces. Let's see here. Okay. Oh. So you have the Five of Swords and the Empress. Again, the Five of Swords for me, Pisces, has always been the card that talks about there's a winner and there's a losing. It depends on what side you're on. So again, I feel this is what they're saying. And I feel that on this side, they're saying you're going to be a lot better off if you can see both sides, because both sides gives you more options. More options lets you be more creative, okay? It helps you bring new ideas to life. It helps you be creative and fertile and abundant, okay? Nurture the creative self. Don't hold it down, right? And the Seven of Pentacles. Again, it's about focusing on the things that are working, not the things that are failing. You already know what's failing. We've looked at it. It doesn't need to be looked at over and over again. We need to find the common ground. We need to agree on things. Because it doesn't matter how much you fight and you are blue in the face. If somebody believes their standpoint, it's going to be very hard to get them to switch. And sometimes it's not needed. That's not what's needed. What we need is to have something that is equitable to both sides. Like the moon. The moon shines a light. Look, it's there. Even if somebody who says no, they don't have their own light, you can look at them and say, what is that? They'll say it's the reflection of the sun. Yes, but it is bright and it is white. And it makes things clear, doesn't it? So you don't want to call it a light? The moon illuminates the earth. You see it. it is reflecting light, right? It's light. The moon has light. Even if it's a reflection, there's still, you can clearly see. Don't even talk about the moon, just look at the area and go, does it help you see clearer around? They can't deny that. Can you see clearer than when there is no moon? Absolutely, right? You see clearer when the moon is out. So we can all agree on that. Build on that, okay? Sometimes you need to distract yourself from that, and I feel this has many nuances to it. Walking away to get better perspective is sometimes the better thing to do, to look at both sides, to get clear, to declutter all that stuff, all that infighting that's going in between you and other people, you and society, you and your views. Sometimes we are having arguments just by hearing things around us. We're having internal arguments of what our standpoint, which side we're on. Don't be on a side. Be on the side of a solution. I will tell you this, be on the side of a solution. We know that there's stuff that needs to be weeded out, but we know that there's stuff that's growing. What are we agreeing on? Is that there's an actual garden. Okay? I know, I'm being very literal here, but we need to find a beginning point and a place to grow. Okay? And it's not giving in your place. It's not giving into their side or your side. It's really finding a middle ground, right? And by doing that, you also clear out the clutter. You see the beauty in everyone, because beauty is from within. It's not from what you see, it's from what you feel. It's the energy that is given and brought out. It's what shines from the inside. Hermit, from the inside, right? And this is time sensitive for you right now. The energies, I feel that the energies are saying this is the perfect time for you to be actually looking into it. It's the perfect time for you to be looking into all of this. Because I'm seeing this wish wisely, and I feel like sometimes you say, oh, I wish that this side would get it together. I wish that this side would understand better. I wish that, and that's okay to say, I wish that there would be a better understanding in the world. There would be a meeting in the middle. But sometimes we wish that people would all come to one side. Let's wish that people could find a place in the middle so that we could all live a life that doesn't spend its time trying to defend itself all the time. The Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the having to concede and walk away. Okay. All right, beautiful Pisces. I'm going to let you go with this. This has been like the spirit advice. I think they came through glowingly today. It was very well brought through and very clear and concise. And I'm very grateful to them. We're going to come back and look at Wish Wisely later. And I hope you can join me then. If you haven't subscribed already and you've enjoyed this, please make sure to do so before you take off. Please share, like, and comment. That always helps with the algorithm. But what helps more as well is if you go below and subscribe at my website, and I will send you notifications through email every time that I post a video. There's also some memberships available if you're interested in that, where I post a video every Friday extra to you as a thank you for becoming a member. And I appreciate you all very much for your patronage, whether it is on Patreon or just coming back every single time to watch and be of great support to me. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings, and I will see you later. Take care. Bye for now.